So I've had the pleasure of serving as executive director of Stonewall Columbus since June of 2020, the summer of the pandemic, the summer of reawakening of sort of the injustices of inequity towards people of color in our country. As executive director, I have the opportunity to be able to connect with community. When we think about in relation to the Human Rights Campaign, which is the largest LGBTQ organization in the country, they were founded in 1980, so we were only founded a year and a couple months after them. And the evolution of the LGBTQ fight has changed just like our country has. It's become much more diverse. It's become much more intersectional. And I think what we've seen at Stonewall is that we've evolved in time to be able to meet the needs of our community. As the community has said, it's time to evolve and change. We have started that journey of moving Pride from just this notion of a celebration to something that has power and purpose behind it. And so as we continue to create Pride and create space for people in our community, we will continue to be reminded that our pride is protest. When I think of sort of a future of representation in these spaces, it's important for Black folks, for queer Black folks, for gay Black folks, for gay Black men to see representation in places and spaces where they haven't seen them before. It was only until 2 or 3 years ago when I saw a queer Black man leading one of the top LGBTQ organizations in the country. That's powerful, and I think that's why I do what I do. That's why I said yes to stepping into the role of CEO at Stonewall Columbus, because I wanted someone coming behind me to say, "Oh, I can." Right? Because often I didn't get a chance to see someone in like myself in these seats to say, "Oh, I can." I grew up understanding about the Urban League. It was mentorship, it was community, it was to keep you off the streets as a young Black man in the 80s. And so when I was asked to come and speak and talk about queer identities and LGBTQ community and sort of intersectional self, I had a moment of pause. As a Black queer person, speaking about queerness in Black community and Black spaces and spaces of people of color is not something that I was acculturated to, right? I do this work because I know that hopefully if I tell my story correctly or share someone else's story correctly, I'll leave a nugget with someone that they won't forget. But to me, I think legacy is the impact, right, and the remembrance of who I am, right? And I think that's the legacy. And I want to have a positive legacy, right? Like I want people to remember that Densil worked to make space for me. My name is Densil, and this is my empowered story.